To add or share a private listing within your network, it would be displayed here on this screen. And in order to do that, we would click Share Private Listing at the top right. So Share Private Listing adds properties into this section so that other agents can log in and see the private listings that are available. So if I click Share Private Listing, here the listing agent should automatically be selected. You shouldn't need to select this, but it is an option to do so if you need to. Address, we will just go ahead and type in a dummy address for the purposes of the example. And you'll notice we can do Make Address Private. So pay attention to the preview here. You'll notice the full address goes away and only the city is held. We can also insert a price, or we can use the slider bar if that's more comfortable or intuitive. And then if we want to hide this price, we can make the price private. So it'll now show price upon request. Now these are the minimum requirements to actually share or add the private listing. So we can now click on this Share Private Listing button down at the right, and that would then add the listing to our network. You'll notice here that you'll be notified when an agent inquires about your listing. So please note, the listing has not been emailed out or sent out anywhere. It strictly is now living here in this private listing section where we see this Reston, Virginia private listing that we just created. One thing to note is that when you create a private listing, it does add it to the properties within the content section. So I will click here on this content icon, and then when I go to properties, I can see here this is what I have created. So you do want to be sure that anything tagged pocket listing isn't showing on your website if you do not wish for that to be the case. I know Clear Cooperation Policy does prohibit those from being shared, so just be mindful of that. If you need help making sure that those don't show up, our support@luxurypresence.com email will be very helpful. This is just very important for you to know that it does create a property here as well. But ultimately, now we have added the private listing, so other agents can log in and they can view that listing to see if it matches their buyer interest and potentially even contact you so that you can correspond and potentially make a sale together.